Fine. You know what? Fine. I'll just get back in the goddamn rowboat. Jesus Christ. Yes, it's that time again. It's time for Hatters to potato around in a boat. And today I will be in the Royal Navy's own, the Belfast. A ship from my own country, and one I've actually been on board, as it's still moored in the Thames. The Belfast is an absolute beast. Today I will be riding with my friend Gropar from Tora Tora Tora. He's one of the clan's officers, and he's an absolute gentleman, an absolute hero, many friends in the community, and a legend, and he will be playing in the Soviet cruiser, the Shores. Now, if there's anything better than a Royal Navy cruiser flying the Royal Navy ensign, it's the Royal Navy cruiser, the Belfast, flying two Royal Navy ensigns, as you can see on mine, because why not? Why not fly two flags? Straight away in this game, me and Gropar have gone to A, and we are with just one other battleship, and we've already been detected, and I've already got incoming fire. So it's going to start, and it's going to get hectic quick. I go in a bit deep here. I think that we'll be able to deal with any destroyers, being a Shores and a Belfast, and straight away there's a destroyer. The poor Nicholas there has been spotted pretty early. I've got hydro, and I've got radar, so he's not looking in a good way. We've already picked up his torpedoes. I decide not to fire at him for the moment and to keep angling to the battleship, so I'm going to slow right down and I'm going to pop smoke, hoping that the battleship behind us will be able to keep the enemy spotted. The enemy Nicholas has also popped his smoke. However, I've now popped my radar, so the poor guy is going to desperately try to hide, and he's not going to hide from anyone. The wonderful thing about the Belfast is that it has hydro and radar and smoke. It's a brilliant combo, and a beautiful combo that this ship shares with some of the other British cruisers, foregoing the anti-aircraft defensive fire consumable. However, it's fine in the smoke. You've got smoke to hide in, and you've got ways to spot the enemy once you are hidden. Luckily, two of the enemy are continuing to be spotted, and the wonder of this cruiser over all other British cruisers is that I actually have HE. So on top of being able to fire armor piercing, I can still set things on fire, which is beautiful. Everyone likes setting things on fire, and as you can see from some of my other videos, I enjoy doing it most of all. Gropar has managed to join me in my smoke here, and with my hydroacoustic search just about to run out, we're still spotting torpedoes. They actually must have been fired, I would say, by the Scharnhorst, possibly, who does have torpedoes, one set on each side. Beyond that, their other destroyer has been spotted the other side of the map, so unless they've got a cruiser hiding in there somewhere. I decide, with my smoke running out, it runs out when the clock reaches about 1 minute, to get out the smoke and try and get away from the enemy Scharnhorst there. The Scharnhorst is very effective at penetrating lightly armoured targets like myself and like Gropar and his Shores. On the way out though, we spot the Nuremberg, and we're going to absolutely hammer him as much as we can. I'm firing armor piercing because he's broadside on, and there's a Citadel straight away. British armor piercing is very, very effective. I'm not sure the Belfast shares the effective armor piercing, however there's a kill. So, Hatters is doing fairly well. We have a cap between me and Gropar, we've done quite well, and we've managed to kill two of the enemy on this flank, pretty much by ourselves. The enemy Belfast there is hiding behind the islands and trying to keep himself safe, and the enemy Scharnhorst is still... he could be a little more aggressive. If he pushed into us, as a Scharnhorst particularly, he'd stand a decent chance at wrecking us very lightly armoured cruisers, although Gropar does have torpedoes in extremely close range. Then again, so does the Scharnhorst. Hatters there, potatoing rounds as per. A classic, thinking I can fire over the island still, and just completely creaming them into the side of it. So, good effort there. Still, worth a try. Instead, I'm going to lob rounds over the island and try and hit the Belfast. I'm firing HE because I don't know where he actually is, and so any hit with an HE could potentially set a fire, so more useful than a bad hit with an armour-piercing round. I again completely potato my rounds into the island and quickly give up. Although I do actually score a hit and reset the cap, so there's that. Still thinking about firing at the Scharnhorst, he's my only viable target. Belfast has disappeared, so I'm just reversing to try and get the lower part of the island so I can actually hit him. Our battleship over there not looking too healthy, so it is up to me and Gropar to try and drive this guy back, as well as the other battleship in front of me there to my south on the minimap. The enemy Belfast is making a move, but I've just smoked so I can't see him. However, what do I have again? This British cruiser is wonderful with its radar, and I'm going to use it to great effect in a second, as he can't see me, but I can see him. So, armour piercing loaded, he's full broadside on, I'm going to give him the absolute beans on his way through. The radar lasts long enough for me to get a few salvos off. There's a citadel straight away, 6 over penetrations because rubbish British armour. However, a citadel is good, and another citadel there, and a cap reset. Firing some more. Unfortunately the Belfast can't repair, as you can see mine. Citadel again, he's taking absolute hits. He is not having a good time, but he disappears. And because he's disappeared, I can't quite get the right range on him and completely miss my last salvo. Damn, where did he go? In the meantime, I may as well engage the Scharnhorst. Still loaded with armour piercing, he's nice and close, and he is fairly broadside. He's broadside enough for me to get some solid hits. So I'm going to keep lobbing rounds at him. Belfast reappears, he's a low health target, and get rid of him as quick as we can. It is much better for us overall, so I keep lobbing rounds back at him. Again, armour piercing, he's broadside on, and he gets nuked by the Congo. Fantastic, he is gone. Back to the Scharnhorst. Scharnhorst is starting to angle a bit there. I continue to fire armour piercing, thinking he might turn back out, or maybe I'm too excited, who knows. So yeah, I keep firing armour piercing. I aim a bit at the superstructure there to try and take him down. He's swinging out again, so armour piercing now, not a terrible shout. So I'm going to keep firing it. This guy is getting close to our other battleship. He managed to kill one of them. Gropar is hanging out with the other one, but he disappears off the scopes. A now pretty much secure. We've driven all the enemy off. I've decided to have a hunt for the Scharnhorst. However, on my way through, I decide, no, he's only one ship and he's not looking too good. We have a New York here, he can maybe deal with him, and we got Gropar. I'm going to push through the centre of the map. Now, at this stage in the game, pushing through the centre of the map isn't as dangerous a prospect as previous. I know where the Scharnhorst is, he's there to the west. I know where 3 or 4 of the other enemy ships are. They're over to the east. There's only one cruiser marked up in the middle, so the only person missing is the destroyer. However, that shouldn't be too bad. It's only one destroyer. I've got radar, I've got hydro. So pushing through to the middle, the thinking process here is you want to engage as many targets as you can and be as useful as you can without putting yourself in danger. In this instance, I can quite easily push into the middle without giving myself up to too many ships at once, because the more ships that are firing at you, the more ships are going to be able to wreck you all at once. The Scharnhorst there, burning to death, although he started repairing in fact. I start firing HE at him. If we can get a fire on him now, then he's going to die. Gropar scores a fire, and I'm going to keep trying to light him up as well. The more hits we can get on him, the more damage we can do, and the more fire will hopefully just burn him down faster. So he's on the last death now run now. He's probably not got his repair consumable ready. He's going to burn to death. He's just had his repair, so that's as good as it's ever going to get. He's got as much health as he can, and he's just going to fire his last ditch salvo at me. Gets a moderately good hit, and at the end there I get the kill. I ninja the kill off poor Gropar. Action packed though, straight in on the Kiev. The Kiev pops out in front of me. I'm freaking out. At the same time though, couldn't believe my luck. Kievs are nice and easy to shoot. Their torpedoes are not particularly effective, and the Belfast is an absolute ninja at killing destroyers. He's running away. Unfortunately, I get a bit too excited and drive myself into the cliff. He pops smoke, I pop radar. I can hit him from here, but the way he's going with the gun trajectories, unfortunately, I now can't hit him. which is a real shame because I could easily have annihilated him there. I, for some reason, tried one last ditch effort. I know it's all over, but why not? Aoba comes round the side of the island. I reload AP. I'm now hidden in smoke. I'm safe from the battleships in front. The destroyer can't hit me from here with torpedoes because he's behind the island. So we're good. It's just me and that Aoba. And the Aoba is concentrating on other things. And he takes a citadel hit. This is a nice easy target. Again, lightly armoured. He's coming around. We're on very high points now. It's nearly game over. And I kill him for the game. So let's take a look at the post-battle results. This game was a hard and fast game, so not a great deal of damage done, not a huge game, but good to show you the uses of radar and hydro, as well as some of the uses for British cruisers. They're not as weak as everyone thinks. 61k damage there, not bad XP. And moving on to the next screen, you can see me and Gropar top of the team. Gropar came top with his shores, did a lot of good work there. I just secured the kills and sort of sat in the background. I think together though we had a very good combo going on. In the detailed report then, you can see the damage I did to all the vessels. You can see I took a reasonable amount of potential damage considering where I was and the small amount of ships there were. Some fires set, but not really. Unfortunately, I only did 310 damage. Credits and XP. You can see the sort of breakdown there. Got lots of commander XP because I have the dragon flag. A decent amount of credits and a reasonable amount of XP. So lessons learned. Number 1 is use your consumables wisely. You saw there I used hydro. I think when I needed to. Certainly we spotted a lot of torpedoes quite quickly, and I definitely used radar to the full effect. Every time I used it, it was to spot someone and I pretty much ended them, or certainly damaged them to the point where they had to run away. Assess enemy locations. Knowing where the enemy are is half the battle. If you can either spot them, if you have a carrier and he can spot them, when you know where they are, you know where you can push, and that is a good lesson to learn and something to know for when you need to push. And stay aggressive, but where you can, stay safe. The more you can attack enemy vessels, the more you're going to be able to win, effectively. Safety is great, but whilst you need to stay safe, you also need to be aggressive to actually win. I've been Hadders. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I will see you all on the ocean's blue.